Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of Sticky Note Marketing. I'm super excited to welcome you to today's topic because it's been something I've been thinking about for a while. So if this is your first time joining me, I am Czarnecki. I am your host for Sticky Note Marketing, which is your quick start guide to making your marketing more impactful and effective. So I am a marketing strategist. I'm also a business transformation coach and consultant, and I love working with brands and business owners to make those connections with their audiences more powerful and more profitable in the long run. So today I want to share with you the 5 essential trends that I am seeing pop up and be most important for you to think about when you're thinking about marketing your business in 2020. Now, if you're watching this or listening to this later in 2020, don't worry. I firmly believe that if you take advantage of any of these 5 trends anytime in the next year, you are going to be better off. So let's get into the content right away. So number 1, the biggest trend that I see going to impact how connections are formed between brands and businesses and their audience members is the idea and how transparent, honest, and how much meaning they are creating in their messaging with their audience. So what do I mean by this? Basically what I'm seeing is in my research, and if you know me, I'm a total marketing geek, and so I do research this stuff. What I'm seeing from all of the literature is that more often than not, brands who create authentic connections, who are willing to basically be more transparent, share more information, be more real essentially with their customers, their buyers, their audience members, are having more success. So just a quick stat, if you're a geek like me. So some of the latest stats I've seen is that 9 out of 10 consumers, when surveyed, basically say that they will stop buying from brands that they deem have a lack of transparency. So what does that mean for your business? That means in 2020, the more you can be real with your audience, the more you can, whether that comes across in terms of showing behind the scenes, sharing your origin story, admitting when you make a mistake, right? So if something is a flub, you need to stand up instead of making excuses. So the more transparency you can bring to your communications with your audience, the better. Okay, so number 2, the second biggest trend I'm seeing is this idea, this rise of these niche communities. So if you and your business and your brand can create your own community, whether that's on a platform like in a Facebook group or off other social media platforms like in another kind of nurture hub, this is a key opportunity for you to create authentic and powerful connections with your ideal target audience. So what does this mean? It means that you're facilitating relationships not just between your audience and your brand, but also potentially amongst the people in your audience, right? So the idea is that you are being a facilitator not only for them to learn more about you, your offers, your business, but also the people within the community. So this idea of fostering this like-minded community of people who you ideally want to work with and buy from you. So let's talk a little bit about stats. So some of the stats that I gathered around this was that 53% of community members, so people who've joined brands communities, are more loyal over time to those brands, right? They're leaning in, they're raising their hand, they're saying, hey, I want to be part of this culture. I want to be associated with people who are of like mind, who also love this brand, and I want to learn more about this brand. So I want to be an insider. So they become more loyal over time. Also, I love this stat. So those who join a brand community, basically who are jumping into something like a Facebook group or an offline community, meetups, that kind of thing, sponsored by these brands and businesses, spend 19% more than those that don't. So what does this mean for you and your business in 2020? It means this is your opportunity, no matter whether it's 10 people or 10,000 people. Creating your own community is a way to foster those relationships, grow those relationships to a deeper level, and facilitate the conversation amongst people in your audience. So let's talk about number 3. So number 3, the shorthand for this is go small for big results. So what do I mean by that? Everyone's like, Mary, I thought we're going big, right? We're trying to increase profits, increase reach, increase impact. So what do I mean by go small for big results? I mean, the idea is no matter how small your audience, no matter how small your community, your email list, your Facebook page following, your Instagram following, it's shown more and more that niche is powerful. And the more targeted you can be in bringing people into your audience, in the messages you create, in the solutions that you provide, you can actually create more income and more profitability over time because you're able to increase potentially the lifetime value of each of those individuals that you're bringing in because you're closer to what they need and you're better at understanding their needs and matching those with solutions. So what I'm seeing from the big brands that I'm working with, everyone from Estee Lauder to Starbucks to 3M to all of these big brands that have brought me in over the past year to train their marketing teams, work and facilitate marketing workshops with their teams, they're investing in micro influencers, nano influencers even. These are people who have under 10,000 on their Instagram following. So last year when everyone was going crazy about, I want the swipe up feature on my Instagram, I want this number of followers, what we're seeing is that brands are recognizing that the people who have smaller followers but more dedicated and engaged follower groups are actually the ones that are most important. So what does that mean for your brand? It means that don't stress over the fact that your follower count may not be what you want it to be, and look instead at the engagement that you're getting from the community that you have built. And if you are not satisfied with that, drop me a link below or drop me a comment below and I will send you one of my freebies actually pulled out of, it's a lesson that I developed in terms of getting more engagement for the community, no matter what size your community is. So if you want that pulled out of my online training course that I usually only share with my clients, if you want to learn how to grow the engagement with your audience, no matter what size it is, drop me below the word community. Okay, so drop that below and I will send that to you. All right, so let's talk about number 4. So the fourth trend that I've identified is this idea of visual content. So last year, this time, all I heard was video, 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 video. Totally believe that video is still key. Obviously, I'm on video right now. But here's the thing. Visual content overall has been shown to be super powerful. So if video is even a little outside of your comfort zone, or it's not something that you really want to bring into your current marketing mix, that's okay. What I'm seeing in the stats is that visual content, whether it's video or still images, has a powerful effect on how people consume your content. So take this stat, for example. Colored visuals increase the desire to read your post, your blog, your content, whatever it is, by 80%. So that doesn't mean that you have to go out and be doing videos every day. You don't have to be posting stories if that's outside of your zone of genius. But visual content in general is going to increase that message communication, right? It's going to increase the ability for you to deliver your content to your audience. All right, so let's talk about number 5. So yes, number 5 is live video. So why do I believe so strongly in live video? So live video allows people the best opportunity outside of meeting you in person to understand what you, your brand, and your business is all about. Now, this might be intuitive if you are a quote unquote personal brand, AKA you are the face of your business or your brand. Now you might be saying though, what if I'm a roofer or a dentist or a contractor or someone that's representing another brand? I'm not necessarily the face of the brand. But here's the thing, you still have the opportunity to bring people into your world through live video. And the cool thing about live video, as opposed to some of the other platforms in the past that have been more highly produced video, more kind of formal video, the idea with live video is that yes, it can be classy and it can be professional, but it allows people the chance to see your quirks, which brings us back to that trend number 1, which is basically that people want authenticity. They want to create a real connection with the brands and businesses that they're choosing to invest in. So if you're able to invest your time in creating some live video, I would highly encourage you to do that. Whether you are a solopreneur and you are the only person in your business creating content, or you are a huge multi-million-dollar brand and you have an entire team focused on your editorial content calendar creation, I would definitely include live video into that marketing mix. So here's a stat if you're a marketing geek and want to know the numbers around live video. So the latest stats are showing that people watch 3 times longer when it's a live video, right? So they're more engaged. The longer they want to stay and listen to you, the better. Also, 68% of consumers say that they prefer short video as the way of learning. So above and beyond, that outranks, right? Reading about it, long form video, anything like that. So they want short little things that they can consume, watch it on video, and then get the information that they need. All right, so Live video definitely includes things like Instagram stories, Facebook Lives, things like this, where you can create those immediate connections with your audience. All right, so there's your 5 trends for 2020 that will give you the opportunity to grow your connection, increase your impact and income in your business in 2020. If you are just joining me for the replay, drop a comment below. Let me know where you're calling or watching in from. And I would love to hear from you. Which of these 5 or multiple of these 5 are you going to use in your business in 2020? Or which ones are you using already? And which ones have you seen results from? So drop those below and I'd love to hear more from you. I'd also love to continue the conversation. So I will drop a link to my Facebook group where I have an opportunity to engage with you and answer any questions that you've got about anything I shared today or on other episodes of Sticky Note Marketing. So I'll drop the link to that community below. Also, I wanted to give you a gift in terms of making your marketing more effective this week. I have a link above for my free weekly marketing guide. So this is an action guide that I developed specifically based on all the questions I got from my community, from my clients, from my students about what's the minimum effective thing I need to be doing in my business every week to grow my audience, to increase those connections, to create lead generation, and give me a pipeline for conversion so that all of a sudden it's not a feast or famine thing going on every month. So if that's you, definitely take advantage of the free link while it's still free. All right. See you guys on next week's Sticky Note Marketing. Cheers.